you doing?
I'm doing well, and you?
All good, all good. Enjoying the lockdown. Nice to see you guys.
Who is that?
Wow.
Who was that who just came on?
Me.
Yes, you.
Esri.
Esri's
That's
at
not
the
Esri.
bottom. No.
Esri is a
Esri's-
male. That was a female.
Didn't recognize you, Ray.
Yes,
Reva. Is that Reva Salminas?
recognize you.
Right.
Hey?
Reva Salminas.
Yes.
You used to
Hello,
live
Reva.
down the road
Hi,
from
hi.
me in Sydenham.
Right.
I remember Reva. I went to visit you. Came to a party of yours.
Yes, right. Yeah, that was a while ago.
Who?
Livy Strauss.
Hello, Libby. And who else is there? Hello, Robin.
Yeah, hi. How's it?
I haven't seen you since the last time.
No, but you look well. I can recognize you.
David
Well, you've grown less grey than me.
Where are you,
Who was
Dave?
that?
Frank.
Frank who?
I don't know.
What country are you in?
Me.
I cannot-
Australia.
Okay,
I'm giving
here
you.
we go.
Who are all these people?
Start the video.
Was that Celine Hayden?
No, Celine Bernstein.
Celine Hayden
Was she
is not
before?
here.
Okay.
So who's that who keeps on popping up? Called Frank.
Frank Cohen. But he's
Who's
married
Frank?
to Gillian.
Who is that? Frank.
Frank Cohen.
No.
I don't know any Franks.
She just said
No, Frank Sinatra.
Gillian Ross-
Isn't it Frank Cohen? Frank Cohen?
She's the one. Frank's the family would
Yeah,
have been
hi
on.
Jill.
I'm
Hey
sorry, Mark.
Jill, see you.
These are the two up.
Stuart.
Is that
Okay.
Stewartson?
Jill, can you see me?
Put it on.
Yes.
I can't tell you. I'm not looking.
Right.
Yeah.
I can see Robin again.
Stewartson, I used to play hockey with you.
Lionel can't get on. He's
Okay, that's good. Where do we play hockey?
Stephen Miller.
Yeah,
okay, boy.
I haven't seen you since the last time either.
yeah, for a long, long time. I live in Israel now.
Right. there's
Where
Robert.
did we play hockey?
At behind the doll's house.
Oh, I thought, oh,
The left
correct.
doll's house.
It was behind the dollhouse, right?
For 45 minutes. So we're going to eat.
So Celine, tell us what you're doing. You're in the middle of talking.
Okay. I'm married 55 years. He's the most incredible husband. I have 2 children,
Celine.
a daughter, 52, she has multiple sclerosis, and a son who's 49. Tracy was married, her husband left her, she immigrated to Australia, and the children, grandchildren, 2 grandchildren are studying in Australia. And the husband, ex-husband, sends them out twice a year to see the mother. I got into this field of nutrition, and you asked me earlier on, how did I become a professor? It was given in an honorary capacity. I wrote a thesis on how the body works with the kind of food we're eating. It's not the food on the body. And I go to many conferences. I'm still consulting. I've written a book, Health Seekers, which did very, very well.
Thanks.
And I don't know, that's all about me. That's who I am.
Anybody want to ask a
Anything else?
question?
No, we're okay. That was a very clear picture. Thank you.
Sorry, Reva wants to ask something. Reva, you on?
No, I just want to say that Miss May would have been very proud of you.
In what way?
That's right.
That
You
you
will be.
entered the biological field and you did so well. She would have
No,
seen it
thank
as see it as her success, not your success.
Okay.
I'm just kidding you. I think it's terrific. Very well
Gila,
done.
what is the password, please?
Here we go. 9, capital U, W, small b, 3, small n.
Did you hear
It's
that?
not the long number. What is the code number?
So the
The
password
ID
is number 9, capital U, small w, small b, 3, small n.
9UW and then Zoom.
So it's 9, U for umbrella, W for whiskey, B for Bertie, the number 3, and an N for November.
Oh, that's Gillian.
Lionel Muller.
I don't know who that is.
Lionel.
I don't know.
Are you back?
Lionel, have you got that?
No, you must go to the third.
9UWZ. I don't know what's after the Z.
No Z, no Z.
On it.
9U and then W.
Okay, hold a second.
Oh, but we did not send you an email then.
So it's 9,
9UW.
U for umbrella, W for whiskey, B for Bertie, number 3, N for November.
B3N.
Oh,
Sorry,
that's so good.
E3N.
B3N.
Would never recognize.
No.
So after W is it E
B for
B for
Bertie.
Bertie.
I mean, we want to see
and then 3 and then N.
Correct.
And it's all small letters except for the U.
Correct.
That's it.
this one looks good.
Okay, well, I'll try again. Just let me hold on.
Gila,
Zoom.
Diana
Yeah.
is asking for a password.
Who is?
Diana.
I'm just trying to
Diana.
find her. I'm gonna send her the. I'm gonna SMS it to her.
Okay.
Join the meeting. Okay, 9. Capital U.
History's not getting through. No, I'd like to see.
We just got his sound off.
It only accepts numbers. It doesn't accept letters.
So is
No,
it
that's
asking you
the
for the meeting ID or is it asking you for the password?
They say join the meeting, and
Yeah.
it's calling me like,
You must put in the meeting ID.
what is the meeting ID? I've had 3 of them so far.
788.
788. Okay. So I go to 788
76.
724
720.
764 7230.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is
I've done
that
a few
Gillian?
times. And I press join.
Celine,
Yes.
And then it says
Where
nothing
is-
comes from browser.
you got a sister married to Dr. Shalit?
No, that's Mary Shalit, Mary Ebedes.
Oh, sorry. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Did
I must
Lionel
just say
manage?
that
Did you have a sister in our class or you in our class?
I was in your class and my sister Yvonne was 2 years
Are you
behind
winning,
me.
Lionel?
And she's married to was married to Robert Wolf. He passed away 3 years ago.
Jesus.
Was that the wolf from the building company?
Yes, yes. And he left her like a queen. Let me tell you.
Oh, God.
I don't know what I've done wrong. Obviously, something I've done. But I'm not really.
Wait, Lionel, I'm going to send Lionel another email so that he can just click on the link.
That's a good idea.
Fine.
Say to you,
All
get
right,
it on
I'll
the
just
first
click on the
link,
link.
but not
Okay.
Have you got that, Lionel?
And
I don't have
Right,
okay,
I'll go
what
to
do you
my
want?
emails. I'll go to
Just
my
hold on.
emails
What
now.
email address does Lionel want me to use?
It's lionelmalach@yahoo.com.
Who said that? Isri.
Robert.
Yeah.
I've sent it.
Now it says Gila Glazer. It says cancel Gila Glazer Zoom meeting.
Lionel, you
I've
can.
just sent it to you. I've just sent you one.
He just sent you a new one.
Avis,
Okay, and I'm
Avis,
where it says join
Yeah.
Zoom meeting in red, I must
where
just
do
click
you live these days?
Yes.
In Sea Point.
I'm clicking that.
South Africa.
And
It was a long time ago. I remember you very well.
Oh, I'm pleased. I sometimes forget who I am as well.
Not true.
Well, I must admit, I think I'm grayer than you. I certainly got less hair than you.
Download and run Zoom.
Oh, what Taurus did you have?
What sort of what?
What Taurus?
Taurus.
I had Taurus. You don't even know.
Well,
Okay, bye.
Download and run Zoom.
I think you also will have to go.
And
And I'm careful.
are we all
Where's
back?
Will?
Would like to see that.
Who are we missing? I
No,
feel like we're
not
missing someone.
Never seen it. He doesn't-
Morris didn't come back. Deanna
Okay,
didn't
join
come
from your
back.
browser, what says.
I'm here, but I can't see. I can only see one person at a
Put on.
time. I can see Reva now.
Why can't we see Esri?
Because his sound is off.
No, he hasn't got his video on
his
his
video is off.
And his sound.
Keep putting his sound back
Esri?
on, it just doesn't
he's muted.
deactivate.
He's
This is what
muted.
happens when it's guys after 60
Now it
years.
says your browser is not supported. I don't know. I've lost. I've given up.
Who's that?
Line
That was
back.
Damon.
Line.
Hold on.
I think we're a very unruly bunch.
Ah,
And
you
nothing's
start
changed
your
in
always
60
were.
years.
That's
You're
my
a head girl, but no more.
No, but you're a very unruly bunch.
All right, who would like to tell us their story next?
Okay, I will.
Okay, I will.
Who
All
am I
right,
competing
go.
with? Reva Salmonissa
You
know-
used to be.
recorded this. You can send me a recording afterwards or something, okay?
I will.
Yeah, okay.
I will. Okay,
Okay, bye.
everybody. Wait, sorry, who's speaking?
Yes, me.
Reva.
I live in Israel. I have 11 grandchildren. None of them are rabbis or training to be rabbis. I worked as a translator in Hebrew English for many years for a large public organization. And I'm retired now. And I'm having a wonderful time when I'm not stuck at home. And that's my story.
Anybody want to ask?
And for Celine, I beg your pardon?
No, I'm just asking the rest of the group if they want to ask a question.
And for Celine, if you're familiar with Copaxone, my
Yes, that's
husband was
Israel.
my husband was instrumental in developing it, but
Oh
I
my
don't
God.
take any credit. I don't take any credit for it,
It is a brilliant
except
drug.
by association.
But Tracy
Yeah, it's
is
very
off
good.
all drugs. She's following my regime, and thank God, although she's in a wheelchair, her brain is brilliant, and she hasn't really deteriorated.
Well, that's
So,
great.
It's the great thing.
Yeah.
But she can't walk and she can't drive her car, but she's very positive, and she's an inspiration to so many people.
You know who else? Do you remember Marilyn Sharon, Marilyn Katz, Diane Katz?
Diane, I
They lived in
remember,
Sydenham.
yes.
Her younger sister Marilyn lives in Israel, and her daughter's also got MS.
Oh, it's a terrible disease. We're
It's a
not even
terrible
gonna
disease.
discuss it. There's no
A terrible
cure,
disease.
and that's
No.
that. May we just have health, happiness, strength to cope with
Amen.
all our challenges.
Amen, amen.
David, why don't
Okay.
you speak next?
Who's speaking next?
Me, this David.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to
Um,
mute. Wait. Thank you. Go for it.
What can I tell you? I finished school eventually. I then went to university and did something called engineering. I then went into IDB, being in daddy's business. And then my daddy decided to leave me, and that's where he went to greener pastures. And I eventually gave it up in 1986. I'd had enough of working hard. And in 93, we all moved to Israel. We had 4 kids at that stage. We managed to stay in Israel for 10 years before the kids started pulling us out of there. and we came to Australia, Melbourne, and we've lived in Melbourne ever since. Originally, I intended staying here 10 years only and then moving to greener pastures, or well, different pastures, but I never got down to it. We've got 7 grandchildren. I still have the same wife I married way back in 1970. What else can I tell you? I have an Israeli son-in-law who's promising to send me to a parents' home very soon, but it's going to be in Kabul. He doesn't want anybody in, doesn't want to be any nearer. And that's about all I can tell you. Nothing else.
Can I go? We go at Stuart.
Okay, you can go. Stuart, you're breaking.
All right, can I go? Stuart.
Yeah, you can go.
You can't hear me.
Now we can.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. Well, straight from school, I came into the Israeli army, and I did the what they call machal, which are volunteers. Machal is mitnadvim, is volunteers from overseas. So I joined that group, which is a part of Nachal, which is the Israeli unit. And when I finished my course here, I then went back, married Lynn. She's Zin, but she was Lynn Levy before. And I married her, and we stayed in South Africa for quite a while. 4 kids who are now living as follows. I've got a son in South Africa, I've got a son in Israel, and I've got a daughter and a son in Australia. I'm sorry, America, no Australia, America, being in California, one, and in Florida. So they're just about in 2 different countries, being 5 hours between. Between the families, we've got 10 grandchildren, which is 5 girls and 5 boys. And the tennis that I married into, which was Lynn's uncle, Sid Levy, has come through in a lot of the family. Great. My one son played Wimbledon, and it went right through the family with the tennis. And now I've got a granddaughter who is playing #1 for Texas University in the States, in Texas. And now all right, so after we went to America, from South Africa, we went to America. We lived there for 13 years. And then we came to Israel just for 1 year, just for a holiday type year. And we haven't left, and that was 10 years ago. So we're now living in Israel. We're permanently here and very happy. Only thing that's unhappy is that the kids are all over the world, the grandkids are all over the world, and everybody talks about a small world, but it's very big when you've got to make contact with the kids. Forgetting about coronavirus, where it's impossible to contact, but under normal times. So we usually make a trip once a year to visit them in the States, and that's the contact we've made. Bumped into Robin a while back, a few years back. He came to visit us, and Robin Jacobson, and then that's it. So now we're just waiting for him to come back. I realize now that he's got a lot of family in Israel, besides his brother, and we'll be seeing him soon, hopefully. Just want to tell you something. On the screen, it says it's Libby Strauss, and none of the class would remember her unless you live in Israel as Libby. It was Lily when she was with us. So that's Lily, all right? Okay. And Jill is sitting down in the corner, married Frank, that's a Cohen. So maybe they'd like to talk next. Okay. Thanks, guys, and all be well.
All right. And who would like to speak next?
I'm here, Deanna.
Hi, Deanna. Are you going to chat?
I'm okay to chat. This is Deanna Kasich.
Deanna, do you want to try and put your video back on?
Hey?
can't see you.
I
We
don't
can't
know how
see-
to,
Oh.
I don't know how.
Go to the bottom.
There should be a picture of a video somewhere.
On the bottom left, there's a thing called video.
On the top right, top right.
Mine is- No.
Shini, your video, hang on. Video stopped. Shini, can you put my picture on?
Yeah, here you are. Oh,
What?
You see? They can't see me and I want
Oh.
to talk. Okay, can I?
Yeah.
is he gone?
No, he's there, but we can't see him.
And he's
Then
muted.
we also can't see Stephen.
We can't see Esri and we can't hear him.
Reva, move over a little bit.
And more.
Reva, move to your right a little bit. That's it. A little more. That's it. Okay, now we can see you.
Can you
Deanna,
see
do
me?
wanna- No.
I can see Stuart. Just hang on.
Ow.
Is there a photo of you somewhere?
I don't
No.
want to see.
Start video. What's that?
Oh, you're on.
I'm on.
Can you hear them?
I can hear you.
We
Can't
can
see
hear you, but
anybody.
we can't
Not-
see you. Ah, Deanna, something's happening. There, we can see you.
Hey!
Yay!
You are.
Yay!
It's taken me since 12:15. Okay. All right, now I can't see anybody. Okay, so I've got, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. I've got, how many children? I've got 3 children, 8 grandchildren, 5 girls, 3 boys. I've got a daughter who lives in Chicago.
Shalom, ma shalochem.
This is my beautiful neighbor who's come to help me.
Because I'm going to keep muting.
Anyway, and yeah, I'm widowed. I lost my husband 14 years ago, and it's been quite a rough ride, but I'm okay. I'm good. I'm still working very happily,
Yes, so that
and that's it.
no, right.
Okay, you've got a lot of kids, so there must be lots of stories.
3 kids, a boy and 2 girls, and yeah. We've all, yeah, everyone's got a story, and my grandchildren are just, what can I say, the light of my life. Having some in America is very hard, but before this bloody virus was here, we were making a plan to see each other quite regularly, and so we carry on.
Deanna, where do your children live?
I've got one in Houghton and one in Parkwood. Oh, what I did do after school, I became a teacher and didn't teach for very long, but I became the secretary at King David High Victory Park. I worked there for about 12 years, and my 3 children went through King David Victory Park, and then I've got 5 granddaughters who are at Victory Park. We've got 3 left, 2 are already finished. So what I want to just say is I started King David in 1947. Until today, we've always had somebody in the system, in the King David system. I've moved from Linksfield. I'm now a Parker. And
Wow, that's amazing. 1947. Wow. That's
yeah,
really
I started
something.
It was Rose Gordon in those days. Did anybody hear of Herber House?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
No,
and
no.
Joel.
Rose Gordon Nursery School was at Herber House grounds, and then they moved to Linksfield. And then what happened? Yeah, then carried on at Linksfield. We finished 1960. I think by 1966, I was already working in Victory Park and stayed there for a long time. And yeah, I still go there. So I love the school. I love Victory Park. It's really great. And yeah, so we go.
Right, who's next?
Jill, say something. Jill, talk, my baby.
Jill.
You
Come
want
on.
me to talk?
Wait, I'm just going to mute everybody so we can hear Libby.
Matriculated in 1960 with all you guys. I have to say it's wonderful to see you all, although there aren't as many as I thought there might be. I do see those that I live in Israel, and it's wonderful to learn that everybody's here. I had no idea when I was in Matric that everybody, so many people were interested in Zionist Israel. Anyway, I married in '62. Soon after I left school, I got engaged and then married. I've been married for 58 years. I'm married to the most wonderful, wonderful guy, a gentleman, still a gentleman. We were the mayoral couple of Sandton in 87, 88. We had an amazing, amazing year. First the deputy mayoral year and then the mayoral year. We have 3 children. One is here in a town called Modi'in, a city called Modi'in. We have 2 children still at home and in South Africa. My son is about 50 years old, can't believe it. He's the youngest and he's got 2 children that went through the King David system. One's at varsity, one's in standard 9. My daughter's got 4 children and she doesn't have plans to go anywhere. Her husband's a dentist and they're having a good time. She's got everything she needs in South Africa, so she's not going anywhere. And we have 3 grandchildren here, 3 granddaughters. So we've got 6 grandchildren there in South Africa and 3 here who we see regularly, except for this flipping shutdown period. What do? We're very happy here. We emigrated in 2013. And in 2014, there was a war, so we went through our very first war. But life is good here. Life is amazing. We love it. We love the country, love the people. My husband Max Strauss turned 80 in March. We planned to have the most amazing party for him, a big birthday bash. And 2 weeks before the party, we had to cancel because of the shutdown. So the party is still pending. What else can I tell you? To Dennis Jacobson, I don't see, Robin Jacob, I don't see him on the screen anymore. He's obviously opted out. We're very friendly with your brother, Dennis, and there you go. We're very friendly with your brother, and he's a great friend. He really is wonderful. What else can I tell you guys? That's it. I qualified as a Hebrew teacher, and so I found the language pretty much easy to fit in here. I translate everything for Max if he needs, and we're having a good life. It's hard to have children so far away. We try and get there once a year, February, March. That's the birthday time in South Africa for most of the grandchildren. So we get there, and yeah, traveling is becoming more and more difficult. I prefer a cruise. Life is good. What can I say? I just ask Hashem to give us more years together, healthy, to reap the rewards of all our hard work in South Africa. South Africa was very good to us. We had a privileged upbringing, and so we're having a privileged senior citizen life here in Israel. Thank God.
Baruch Hashem. All right, so once again, Zoom is going to cut us off in 7 minutes. Please may I ask if Raylene can just say a couple of words, and then would you like to reissue the Zoom?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's give Raylene 2 minutes, and then I'll start sending out the new thing so long. Okay, Raylene.
Hi guys, so I run the King David Schools Foundation, and you definitely don't want to hear from me because you're just loving reconnecting. But I want to just make one comment. I cannot believe what a Zionistic bunch this was and how many have ended in Israel. Is that just a coincidence that only the Israeli counterparts have joined in, with a few exceptions of South Africa? Or was it a particularly Zionistic year? I'm just fascinated in that.
Well, I had no idea that so many people were Zionistically inclined. The first time that I saw Ron Lapid at a gathering, I said, I know you. And he said, yeah, who are you? I said, I used to be Lily Weinberg, because Lily was my name on my birth certificate, but everybody at home called me Libby. And when I got to Israel, he said, yes, and Sorrel's here, and I knew Riva, and Lynette is here, and this one, I had no idea.
Amazing. Wow.
How long you going? Sorry.
Amazing.
Chat, put it in the chat.
So what I'm thinking is maybe you need to do a reunion in Israel now that you know that you're all there. That's and maybe get everybody. Please God,
we've done this. Been there, done that.
Okay, guys, I'm on my way. It was wonderful to see all you people.
Who's that?
And, Robert.
Robert, you didn't tell us anything about yourself.
You can't go now. Tell us about yourself. Come on, boy.
Quickly.
Make it quick.
Let's unmute. Okay.
Are you not muted?
No, I've just unmuted. Well, as you know, I matriculated with you bunch in 1960. I went to Israel straight out of school and did 2 years of engineering at the Technion in Haifa. I came back, I finished my degree in Johannesburg at Wits. Then I married my wonderful wife. And you probably all remember Maureen Galembo, who was 2 years behind us at school. And we've been married for 53 years. We have 3 children, three grandchildren in Sydney, Australia, 5 grandchildren in Johannesburg, and that's how it is.
Are you still in Joburg?
I'm in Joburg.
Okay.
Yes, very much so. I spent most of my life doing engineering. I retired there. I went into the photography game, and at the moment I'm doing photography for a printing company called Jetline. I don't know if anyone's heard of it, but that's where I am.
Robert, what is your surname, please?
Levy, L-E-V-Y. Evis, I remember we met you at Julian's party in London, no?
Yes, a long, long time ago.
It was a while ago. I'm sorry Julian didn't join us. Julian
I'm also surprised Julian didn't.
And Desmond Mayers.
Desmond, I remember too. Yeah.
And
all the
Esri,
cricketers were there.
And Esri, I can see Esri's name, but I can't know if he's there or not.
I don't know either.
Given us an interesting chat. And it was great seeing you guys.
Is Desmond also in Joburg?
Yes, he
Great.
is.
What I found is I went to a King David gathering once, and what happened there is, no, I've been twice, one in America and one in Israel, but what happens is generally you get people coming that matriculated around about 79, 80, and you actually know nobody. You actually have no contact with anybody there. So this was a wonderful.
Okay. Goodbye, everyone. I'm gone.
60.
Be well.
This is our 60th birthday, right?
Sorry, before you leave,
60
are you happy
years.
with me sharing your information with everybody?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
And I'd like
sure.
to
Absolutely.
hear from
I'll
everyone.
send
Yes,
this
please.
recording to everybody as well.
Okay, that's great.
Okay.
Thank you, Gila.
Thank you
You're
for
welcome.
this.
Say hi to
Get
Beverly
together.
when you see her.
Oh, well, I'm going to phone her now.
Okay.
Sorry, Stuart, is
Okay.
your
Are we
surname
reconnecting
Glim?
or disconnecting?
All right. Would you
Yes.
like to reconnect? I've just sent another meeting request if you'd like to reconnect.
Gilla, please, can you ask everybody to identify themselves with the name and surname?
Sure.
Thanks.
Okay.
Okay. Reva?
Yes.
Name, surname, maiden name.
Kazan Salmanis.
Libby?
Weinberg Strauss.
David?
Libby, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
It's Deanna. Is your birthday on the 14th of March?
No, the 19th of March.
Oh, I'm the 20th.
Ah, there you go.
And Selena's
Reva's the 1st.
and Selena's the 15th.
Of March.
14th.
Not here.
Oh, March. Selena's not here, is she?
No, she's
She
gone.
was, but she
She was.
Celine's
gone.
left.
Reconnect. I've just sent the link to reconnect. I'd love you to reconnect. Because it's going to cancel.
All right.
So we're leaving again.
Yeah.
No, I'm not coming
You're not.
back on.
Okay.
I'm leaving.
I'm unconnected still.
No, we've got
Hi, Abbas. Hi, now I can see you.
Reva,
That's lovely.